and healthcare programs for local, regional, and international clientele. We provide high-quality standard services with emphasis on professionalism, empathy, and compassionate care, delivered by highly qualified doctors, nurses, and competent healthcare professionals. This is combined with the state-of-the-art equipment using the latest technology. We are NHIF accredited institution offering both inpatient and outpatient services and also accept a score of other insurances. To help patients who need special care, we have dedicated wards fully furnished to cater for all their needs. We are committed to making our patients feel at home because we believe if you feel better, you will heal better. We offer exceptional healthcare services in doctor's consultation, maternal and child health, medical in and outpatient, family planning, maternity, laboratory, surgery, ultrasound, x-ray, dental, private room, eye and optical services, pharmacy, and professional counseling. We are located in Embu Town Blue Valley Estate, adjacent to Mini Inn. It's only 800 meters from the Embu Meru Highway at the County Council of Embu Offices Junction. For more enquiries, contact us on 0713 476 241. You can also visit our Facebook page, Liberty Hospital. Liberty Hospital, we treat, Christ Jesus heals. Angwaya no koroneo ragia korea ongegura ifaa cia thitima ta laptops, desktops, TVs, radios, ufas, printers, PS games na cienge nyingi. JB Device Stores tweva gutigirira ati no wavingia mwivoko waku. Makiria yoguo tumuvarire wa mbere gukuva services cia branding cia t-shirts, banners, mugs, staff uniforms, logos, eulogies, wedding cards, invitation cards, onavamwe na singi nyingi. JB Device Stores nitwekaga internet installation, Wi-Fi sales, kuthondeka website na gustream events cia ku YouTube kana Facebook. No utugorere thimu kuvitukira namba no timugwanja igire ithathatũ kenda ithathatũ kenda ithathatũ ithano ithathatũ. No utwandikire email info@jb.co.ke kana utucerere website yetu www.jb.co.ke. To Embu Town, Mwende Plaza, kurigania na Equity Bank, shop number 1, basement floor. JB Device Stores, think big, start small, do it now.
Nyingi muno mwerereri wa Obora TV nyo ndo wekara mutambore nyingi twafi imani gaukaribia thini wa tafarira ino mvura ni muno ya gisinga kora okemenya mutongoria wa kundere tisisia oteti tumena wa Facebook live ta Obora TV akora ndo rakora kirorera video kora ogishare ikora ikinyira andu wengi watoya kwa botekeka na wenda gututumira ndumaniriri ni kivugu mugwanja idano inyanya kenda idano imwe kivugu inya no mode turariria Obora wa women and leadership na twena a very amazing guest thini wa studio tumenya wa monde urakorwa akivoya wira Embu County wa okora I senator etagwa Dr. Frida Karani kogwo okora ogegwo we mweganira muno thini wa studio tumenya wa monde
thank you
no okege mwiroreri okora to we ago for some time
yes.
No for the sake of that person urata okora to akimenyana nawe no okora okimukethia
we mwega mwiroreri na muthikiriria wetu wa kipindi giki kia Gisinga Live Obora TV mbugendi mugeni guko rito riakwa warengi ni Dr. Frida Karani thina mbere kugwatanira natwe na gukuria kipindi giki wire arata aku mukorwe mwe logged in live niguo nderetiria turaririria wanamwe mukavota gusangira kavinda kaivo na riria undu ucio we uravatara county rino yetu ya Embu kogwo karibu sana na mimi ni wako.
Asante sana. Now Dr. Frida karibu sana and first things first. Do you think Toto Tatumia we underrepresented?
Yes, we need to be underrepresented. Kana tutira participate kana okora tukiaga involved maunduri mengi muno vururire uria twagirwo kwa tweka involved na itumine ngorani uthuthuria wanekwa kiria gitumaga atumia makorwe matira asangira muno maunduri ma siasa na ma ukuria wa bururi in Africa wana Kenya wana guku county yetu ya Embu ukethira mutumia ai maundu mengi muno maria muturire wendaga eke kwambiriria nginya na maundu ta mociari kumenyerera micii na gushugurikira ciana na athuri yao wa micii ukethira kiria mutumia araga ni itha ya gukorwa agika maundu maria agirwa akorwa agika nja ya mucii gwikuria ke mwenyewe na gukuria bururi wake.
So what do you think? I don't know in the BBI to I consider somehow. Now the last time you were here, na BBI. Does that mean that you are not for women being more represented? Kana
ya BBI ni aukite no vorocio na nirakena tondu ndereti ya BBI irathie vorerete tondu rimwe ikinyaga vandu na wita mutumia na nani tena nita mutumia na roririe nginona kwi vandu maundu makinyaga ukaiga bururi waku kana county yaku mbere ya maundu maku koguo tani ni ani favoga muno tondu ni amvesaga kanya ka gutwika women senator but whether waroria maundu mangi maria BBI ikuwite ndi aina maundu mega but for me I'm for women empowerment na nira support muno atumia go participate muno kwanza ge siasa no nirauga njira ni nyingi muno cia ko involve mutumia kana cia gutuma mutumia akorwe ai active ge siasa twanginya korwo BBI na twanginya katiba korwo esenjetwe kwina njira nyingi muno atumia mangithondekerwa njira cia go participate siasa ona itigakorwo special thotugaga tondu maundu maria mararigiriria mutumia gukorwa ai active ni mwanya na mamundu murume mutumia niekerirwe tumaundu twake twa mwanya turia tungi promote kana tungi mu encourage gukorwa age participate maundu ri mama tondu waroria ngoro ni ta kumenyerera mwana kana kumenyerera mucie kwi vandu ciana ikinyaga igatwika ciana ni ngima kana okethera wana ciana itievo ni ithiire boarding school koguo mutumia uyu aina kavinda ka gukorwa akioneka maundu ri mama magiro agirokorwa akioneka kimo gisiasa wana kimbesa wana kibiashara wana kimiaririe wana gukorwa aindirectly teno tolko tukiona atumia muno magioka guku makiaria maundu maria marenda marorwe from their side. Yes.
Riu kwina andu marauga torerio bro you asking for a senatorial seat kwina andu gukugo embutoni marauga nituthuraga atumia muno na ndikwenda kumagweta tondu I love my life.
Yes.
No nituthuraga atumia muno no kona at the end of the day ni makumira thiini wa siasa with a lot of promises no aroria kwa ground gutie na undu urona mutumia uciagika and muno itiri cia women rep no riu when wagarara kia woman rep wauka kwi senatorial seat ni atia ugutwikira differently kumana na atumia acio wengi
kambuge o mundu akoragwo aingurani no ria angiruta wira wake tondu ngiroria vau wa gweterera muno ba women rep tondu kiu ni giti kigiritwe atumia atheri koguo na matu gucinda na maracindana gatagati ko enyewe angoro maregweta kwa rume makorogo maina vinya kumakira mundu murume ndai women rep is one woman with the other woman koguo mukavewa level playing ground but kira kigutuma mundu atwike ni araruta wira kana ndararuta wira kana araruta wira na njira yagirire kana iretagirire ngwiciria ni uvoro tuwa o mundu tondu karoria county ciingi women rep maina wira mwingi muno wana matiregana tondu wira ura mararutana ni uroneka nginya magakorwa magikirwa TV re moneke ura mararuta wira wao undu wa kairi tigiti ya gutwika mutongoria wa mionire na njira iriku tondu kwi muthenya wingi turaragiriria va tukauria atiriri mbesa ino cierirwe ire mundu angivuthira ai mu siasa ire agero kuvuthira agika campaign ni twaririo vo tukigeria kwario vo gutwika ati no airete a lot of corruption no ai promote ngumania mundu akigeria gucaria uria kuona mbesa icio no uria igacoka koguo uria mundu onire tigiti wa utongoria no mataga muno tondu angoro awonire na njira mvuthu kana awonire na njira ya kuruta mbesa ndui na murigo wa you know wa kurutira andu wira na undu wa kathatu na wa mwiso ni kuga kwina siasa ikoragwa ikuo Kenya siasa very tricky na siasa important muno twagero kwa tugiconsider siasa cia kiama kwe undu tugaga guku Embu ati tuthure suti etagwa 6 piece uvorocio wa kuthura suti no ukorwe kwina mundu wi kiamari A angivota kuruta wira na mundu wingi wi kiamari wa kiu atangivota kuruta wira no tondu turoka tuthurite kiama kimwe muruti wira no tai muruti wira uria weranire undu ungikika no tangikika onthe makinekirwa banduri baba bama makinona utongoria koguo nani ningienda kwira muembu ni tume siasa icio cia kuthura thuti na kuthura kiama tuthure mundu uria watumire tutuika convinced ati no aturutire wira na kindu kingi gia kuroria kwina andu maina ku isagire metagwa andu akari muno gi siasa andu acio amwe akari muno gi siasa nio maumaga na ku isagire magioka tauni makirivwa thiomendie koguo ke akathi kwendia mutongoria kana musiasa fulani tono nitakwa araruta wira ai murive musara no menyora aria kindu kia mundu ukareka gwika uria arakwira no agicoke gukuria koguo kethira riu marathi na ku isagire andu aria matai na information kana aria matarakinyirwa ni a siasa makathugurana kuringana uria marerwa ni mundu umukari muno gi siasa koguo nirenda kwira muembu andu acio maratwika ni akari muno gi siasa wanao marorwe wega muno mavurwe ndarubini na kwa votekana we can raise another crop of leaders yani riu no tusagure andu engi aria mangitwiraga kana magatonereria njira cia gukinya gi siasa no riu mundu tani tondu ndirageria ku avoid undu tocio ni neumiririe gwitene mwaka otigarite mwaka na nuthu niguo mvote kuthie mashinani nginya kuria kuo andu mavote kumona
kwina andu marauria you are a woman na kwina gitiko rake reserved kia women right ni ndu kiratuma wagarare gitikiu uthinginya gwi senator don't you feel that you can deliver better as a woman rep than a senator?
Yes. Women rep, the main criteria to be a woman rep is that you have to be a woman. But leadership ne thisaga beyond gender. Utongoria te about mutumia ati mutumia angikauna mundu murume angikona. Mutongoria ni mutongoria. Na wira wa siasa ta wira uria wingi mundu ni wambaka kwithuthurio kona wira uria ungivota kuruta. Tondu riu tani mbugaga mundu ukisadia wira ukwandikwa guku uvoro no ukakwandikwa na wira ucio rutaga kwina gitumi kiria giatumire urega gucaria wira wa gutwika director wa uvoro. Tondo maybe we trained as a journalist. Koguo riu wananga kuva wira wingi tawa music producer ndurego ucio we wira waku. Koguo riu ni wanani ngisagura wira wa senator na ina roria kuria nyumite na wira na naruta senate ngiona nyomba ino gwitwa senate na ndo metagwa senators ni mbisi muno uria marutaga wira na nona senator uria ukoragwa we active bunge uria avotaga gwikira county yake no rota koretwa ya active bunge uria atavotaga gwikira county yake na ivinda riria katiba ino njeru yaokire mwaka wa 2013-2014 it was very opportunity ya kuruta wira senate twi kindu gietagwa paid internship niguo tuvote go familiarize ourselves with how senate works na criteria ya gutonya in that mentorship program tonde kind of a mentorship program ya umanire na university kwa nesariria wiro cio kwa na recommendwe ni university yakwa kulingana na uria na performire in that university na ya sponsor ni nginya university ya Ruraya itawa State University of New York koguo riu that exposure it came with that option ngetwika non nge interest ya senate makiria ya the National Assembly koguo nangisagura kuthira ini iyo undu wa kairi wira wa senate muno ukorie kindu twitaga na kithungu advocacy and lobbying kwaririria maundu mekike na kwaririria ugaruruku uke na ningoretwe ngiruta wira ucio muno maturari koguo ni ningeuririrwe wira wingi ndingieciriria wingi tiga wa senate eni
na nitokoretwe twina especially over covid time twina issues cia pregnancies especially for teenagers what do you think that asiari ni marafel kana twe as women especially you aspiring in leadership you're failing and what would you advise about cases so irakora sisi early pregnancies na so irahoka ku resort from the discontinuation of school ika resort to single mothers dropouts what will you do as a woman tondu nembese ni undu rako inakuguza directly
of course inoramvutia muno tondu ni mutumia na niregwe ruo rwa ciana icio na aciari a ciana icio ukaroria overall wa pregnancy it involves and airema to make decisions the man and the lady kira gitumaga teenage pregnancies itweka ni iratuvutia muno ni gutweka mundu wothe we under 18 in Kenya consider wa ai mwana koguo ndangivota ku make decision but waroria vingo ya covid kira giatumire gitumi kira kionekire through uthuthuria giatumire ciana igiaivu muno ni gutweka muno in the poverty in the poverty areas kuria kwi mathina ma muthemba either aciari matirevota ukethira riu mwana wana ni aravenererwe ni mundu ukangove 50 mwana akona 50 yo no egurire pads mwana akona 50 yo no amvirire mami kamutu riu nao aciari ngwiciria ugatwika uthuthuria no urathie na mbere but ningiciria muciari wina thina angiona wana mwana aretete mutu riu wana no arigwe kumuria waruta mutuku koguo undu ucio riu ugicontribute andu ciana icio gutwika ni iragia evu but riu nikiuria kiria ngora wana kio kinene muno it is on the side of the men no menye riu wana mundu ucio eka giko kiu na athie mundu uria tigaga kithinikaga ni mwana mwari wana aria mai cukuru withagira mwana mwari ni watiga kuthie cukuru no mwana keni wathie na mbere na cukuru koguo uria ningwiciria nirenda twike taturi ya Embu tukiambiriria thina gutatua thina na mucie ni undu wa mbere ciana ino i high school tondo age yo muno ni ekoragwa either riu makinyite that reproductive age ino i high school itwike mentored arafu undu wa kairi discipline itwike very high niraririkana vingo etondo tocio ndungiekekire tondo ona mundu ni wakiraga kuvurwa ni mami wake uvurwa tu twakirita wake voko koguo wana aciari na arimu ni to beef up security na nginya mentorship na kwariria ciana ino wana kwariria anake tondo riu menye wana mwana wa mwiri tu no twikite so empowered mwana wa mwana kiangoro aregwa threatened areciria njireria mbega ya kuvoreria mwiri tu kana kumucokia varagero ukorwo ari in quotes ni kumwika undu tocio na undu wingi ciana ithomithwe about kira twitaga na kithungu irresponsible sexual behavior reto irresponsible tikwarekoragwa na maana njoku muno rekevuthirwo guo ni kuga tu gwika giko kia kwendana utakinyitie miaka ria ungivota we kumenyerera mwana ucio tondu mwana uyu wa secondary age mwana ucio no gucoka kumenyerera mwana ucio ithete ngina sowe nake ngina no ake wina thina ukethira nginya ciana ino ni irathi into depression. There is a lot of stigmatization riu ni nagire mwana ndingivota gucoka cukuru na maundu ta mau na gutie mundu wa kumuthingatia kugacoka gukauka kesi yengi tondu mwana uyu no regwa I stigmatized no rakira kwarua ukethira wana ndaravira mwana uyu agire thibitari koguo kana kwa kanini kakina kuraga ikarwaru ikina twika thina ina ria ithatu aciari mwana na gakenge cionthe no athina ntheri
tukithisaga na mbere do you think twina enough rules cia gushughulikira maundu ta especially defilement cases do you feel like the law is really up to standard okora ikihandle cases cia muthemba ucio because we have had cases mwana no thire they have undergone rape they have been defiled and if you feel like we are missing out in your position and in your responsibilities as a senator an upcoming senator what do you think twagererwo ni gwika
issue yo kwa issue mikoragwa in society kana guko maturari my beyond the law tondo law kuna sheria ile ya sexual offenses bill and it was a very strong bill and then atwikire act yaretetwe ni wakiri Njoki Ndung'u koguo sheria iyo evo but waroria maundu maria magatuma mundu murume oyo kana mwana oyo wa mwanake avirwe gotire waroria ira twetaga burden of proof yani kugeria go proof case iyo oyo mwanake nike ithe wa mwana na it involves a lot of things that are beyond the law tondo tare uguo mwana mwari akenathia akenauga ni ABCD urambikirire vu na nirenda ni take responsibility ya mwana oyo umenye niguo ndu cio prove no nginya ukorwo kwina DNA tigari uvoro wa kuroria twaranga tuvana tatwangania kana tuvana tatwangania DNA is very expensive koguo andu enge ni mauga timatirenda gwika DNA undu wa kairi a case no ikorwo a plagued ni corruption ukinethira wana case ikigendaga go favor the lady kana mwiritu ukethira ni agarorokire iguru undu wa kathatu case no aithi na ikena vituka na mundu akenerwa akorwa akiriva kiria twitaga maintenance ati mwana wene waku mumenyerere mundu akenauga ndangivota koguo at the end of the day mundu makoragwa my beyond the hard law ya the country ukethira maundu mau riu twenyewe twe maturari tungithondeka sheria icio niguo tuvote wikara maundu mau macokanirite but undu na wina vata muno ni atongoria go take responsibility go follow up cases ino tariu ciana icio cia iria ariara magire ciana covid maikutha ino kwe mundu ungitwira kwina ciana 20 vandu vana ciana 10 vandu vana na ange mega nona vandu vana niguo wana atongoria mavote kuthingatirira koguo ndu rio ungikorwo wa vatani atongoria makorwo maina programs iria iratuma mavote kumenya ciana ino kuria ire na kuria irathi na tukenge tu how are they doing ciana cia covid riu na mwaka umwe faith but where are they are they being immunized are they being taken care the way they should because at the end of the day this baby ni wa society in
nego waririria uboro wa tutayaumu kwa pregnancy cases nego waririria uboro wa one of the contribution near eritwe gukora mainidi na amwe marakora mainidi tondo they are idle maybe matiravota gukora magi perform in school amwe mauma school matie na undu wa gwika so as a woman in leadership what will you do about the needy women nego matie gutonya maundu mara mataramatekia
thank you so much as a leader and as a senator undu wa mbere kuma position yakwa ya senator ngatetagira the leader uravota kuthondeka programs cia those nimete ladies and such children because nini ngenda needs cia the ladies na children cia separated I will be making sure personally to senate ni ratetera igena icio ciao ivitukwe as it is so for me is just to urge aramaga twika atongoria account next year especially kwambia governor na women rep market budget they should na MCAs they should budget in detail for such special programs tondo kuria wa county te gutuma tu barabara na masukuru na gutuma mathivitari ni ari kumagauka kana makavuthira facilities icio angoro tutiramenyerera ciana cietu the needs cia mwiritu for example such a lady na kore I in need of counseling but mwana oyo kindu kirarabatara muno tha ino ni nutrition and immunization so I expect such special programs niguo nani twathi kuria senate tuvote gutetera maundu mama on the other side personally nie ngoragwa nina networks ire ingivota kuleta funding for such programs because for such a program to take effect muno ni twendaga funding there is need for funding wanangorote in terms of money wana in terms of human power volunteers and the like so such programs ona ningeka no kwangai upscale niguo tuvote riu kumenya and aya mwana mwari yo kwanza mavataro make ni mariku
tupige sana mbere twari uboro wa kiama na watwirire kiama yaku ni kia UDA na riu UDA mutongoria wenyu Ruto the deputy president
yes
na riu kwina I think in the last 2 weeks koretu kwina mathina maroneka tako arasemania namo because nituronire the issue of security yake gukorwa ikiemerwa nituronire uboro wa sentiments cia the president akiuga I withdraw from the government nituronire nginya threats cia impeachment kugo do you think it's something that will derail the DP kana mwewakanda forever you are standing
tigane mwire as we are standing I am personally standing na ndira senje musimamo wakwa batigaine mwire angoro kwena president ora testwa being put through the test to be proven ni Ruto na nigo tie kendo gitekagwa monaga ke negative everything is positive if we will no have a resilient and refined president it will be Ruto tondo mageri mama monde aravitukira gutie mundu wengi murona akivitukira magerio mago gutie mundu wengi ora testwa in front of our eyes even those threats even those withdrawal of security they are actually showing us the kind of a person Ruto is the kind of a president we are going to have no menyaga ina mwaka mugima so we don't know what will happen so for me what I'm seeing what to have one bisa ya the kind of a president that we can have tondo tiga ngwire angoro arathirete no aka resign aka withdraw security agatiga kumira for me I would be seeing a president who is weak but Ruto aroria mundu retu nake my friend despite what he faces because he will be president of Kenya president of 45 million people president of a country that is known with being radical for me I think he's undergoing the ultimate test of the presidency and he's winning it and we are praying deputy president wake wanagacagura akorwe ai mundu unge munyitirira uguo tondu mwembo ugaga atiriri kana muthungu augira atiriri a pack of sheep led by a lion can win a battle than a pack of lion led by a sheep kogo no akorwe ke ai strong muno no akora ndora maivuva ake ni andu matai na vinyo ria ai naguo so for us we are really praying as he goes and wins this ultimate test avote still kugia deputy president mwega na cabinet mbega na thirikari mbega ya senators
na leo deputy president Ruto ni urakiusira gukorwa akigarurukira thirikari iria agirwo no kuragitungatira na asoka korwa ni urakiuzwa ndaravuta wira uria the deputy president arona kwa akiruta na maybe andu amwe maregwa right tondo no ronekana he is so much in campaign and not too much in office. Okay, what would you say about that?
Nenda ukuvangerekano ya marriage kana andu mavikanetie. Andu mavikanetie nkumenyekaga muthuri nike munene na mutumia nike munini gukira muthuri. No, in the recent times nituonete atumia magitiga iviko makathie nja gwicariria. But warore kira giatumire mutumia ucio eka uguo na uyu ni muthuri nginya mathiete kanithari nake ni gutwika no kinyete vandu akaigwa ta kwatara fit anymore. I mean kiviko giki wira wakwa ni uriku ni regwa ni na abilities na ndiratwika utilized. Mundu uyu kwirimwe ani consultaga riria twambagiriria kiviko riu kiviko kiarikia miaka 2-3 ni natwika ta kwa nditangiario ndo kandi tangi kondu ai ndutiganie nyume tondu guku gutie na ndwe guteiguo nireka ona rimwe mutumia niwe naga muthuri ni ndia ukira guku mama wana gwetu natigire gitanda kinaumiria. Is the same thing with our case here tondu mbere ya maundu makinya vau makinyete Ruto ni waragia muno about not being involved in very key decisions as far as the country is concerned, as far as overall wakiama is concerned, and muthongo augaga nature has no vacuum. Ugu kutwikaraga kwina guo nature efiraga up gaps. And so naturally he had to get busy doing other things. Na ni ndio nagata kwekire ondu musuku tondu riu angoro his key functions have been taken away. I can as well pursue personal development. But for me, naturally, real objectively, for me it is not a very good setup. But angoro niguo maundu mekarie niguo tukuthie namo. Na mundu uria ugacenjia deadlock ino no Uhuru ke mwenyewe. It's just the president who will change this narrative. Yes.
President Uhuru na kulingana na huo handshake na the deputy president makinyanitie. Would you say that Uhuru has failed Kenyans? Tondo kwae na kwende watwikaga Ruto ikomi, President Uhuru ikomi, and we all thought that the journey will end up well. Do you think the Uhuru has failed the promise yako make?
For me, I wouldn't be very quick to pass a judgment at no fairy to Kenyans. Tondo riwa natokeri ovoro wa Kenyans turari ovoro wa tondo kwinao maraigwa marakarite nike kwinao maraigwa makenete muno nike. So for me, what I would say is just that the initial agenda of that government at some point nisia kinyire ikiura to get a focus here, the Big Four agenda, which was a very, very good idea. To get a focus here, to kiambiriria gwika maundu mengi. Tondo karoria banoria this document to radio for while BBI, the way it was arranged, there was very little alignment to the Big Four agenda. And angoro kwaena any alignment to the Big Four agenda, it was very counterproductive seeing what the other side the BBI was offering. So for me ngwiciria niko priorities ya kinyire bandu igetukana tukiambia kuthingatia maundu maria tutavangite kuthingatia na mundu uria wonire maundu mama matirathie wega kia kiruta muvango uri ucio tondu riu maybe kendendaga gwa associate na failures, and that is why you find that deputy president maundu ma failure ya government kiarirerwa there is absolutely nothing that can be blamed on him squarely. Yes.
Now, to talk about elections, they are still scheduled. Na muroneka mwe and why you are not shaken, you are just waiting for the DD.
Yes.
Tuake kurigana report ya court ya BBI watikire IBC ndena kora. Na niko kuramaanisha ate maybe whatever that IBC kora tuweka tu kuruamirira elections kagogweta ina kora. So everybody is like kidura rore kora ke wakwa na IBC ndena kora. Why are you not people shaken? Kana, what is the plan?
For me, IBC, kana any commission, but to this specifically IBC, in the Constitution schedule, we see the schedule 4. If I'm not wrong, the commission what constitutes a commission. Kugo kedira wa commission ikora wa ina namba ya commissions, ya commissioners, arema giro koroma in that commission igwe tweke functional. Na Oma IBC that time they in a quorum the commissioners to constitute that commission as a commission. But in Imbugaga, sometimes these institutions of government, they have their own katiba, but in Imbugaga rules and regulations, ile kora wa internal, ile inge define what a quorum is. Taru no tokoro twe committee to yandu 20. But tokerwa, what constitutes a quorum is 13 people and above. So if we are 13 here, we can make decisions of that committee. Kogo, for me, I would think unless we have enough proof that the IEBC was not properly constituted, and other than from the constitutional perspective, but also the internal guidelines that they have, then we would have a case. But until such a time, Tigatuge, the issue that kutia in a quorum, it will get to issue that is still carries a burden of proof. It still needs to be proven that there was no quorum.
Yeah, thank you. Another issue, what the only person who is can be able to make an amendment in the constitution is the Wanjiko.
Yes.
Na rewe kwatuka egotiraragiria oboro wa representation that no ndio kwena representation 100%. Na kukura maanisha tondũ oboro wa Wanjiko, we are looking at the grandmother in the village. Nikiwa gero no okoro initiate an amendment in the constitution.
Yes.
People are just like Wanjiko no gukorwa agikora up to the budget ya ino rendekana gukorwa and my represented. Do you think that the court has just tied us to not doing any amendment? Kana you think it's also possible?
The constitution is amended by popular vote. Na popular vote ni oreta ya Wanjiko. No manyari Wanjiko ase turaririria is the 45 million. It's not just that grandmother, it is you and I, it is that businessman, it is that politician. Everybody is a Wanjiko, and that is what we call the popular vote. But ro turauga katondode kwa bibia ya endaga kusenja katiba. It was supposed to be proposed by the 45 million Kenyans. But this is what I want to say. This 45 million, we cannot all of us be proposing an amendment. That's why there is parliament, especially the National Assembly. The MPs are representative constituencies, and the MCAs. What that means, what that clause yugaga, ni ate amendment eyo ya constitution in the list ya gero kumana na mbunge. Document yeyo te kumana na egoro. Because ours is not a purely presidential system. Nitokore toto na parliament ilikora why functional, wana senate ne functional is a representation of the people, na MCAs my cool ground. So it should not have been the other way round. You know, to let top bottom, And that's why for me I like the bottom up ideology. Tondone yugaga, we say bottom up tekuga the 45 million per se. Nekuga these 45 million have representatives who will carry their needs, and these needs are translated to national agenda. Not translating national agenda, so in short, that is how that amendment was supposed to be. It was supposed to have started from the people through their representatives. But still, I want to insist on one item. If the people's representatives are not in touch with the people, then still there is a gap. Kugo ni kurendeka atongoria muno makora we guku anduri tutirende kwigwa guku mashinani makiuga tutionaga mutongoria wetu tutimwese twamuthurire aumiririe kirauko tumwetere. You know, we don't want that kind of a talk if we are still saying the constitution we have still needs amendment. The people need to be aware of that constitution na mamenya uria makenda ko propose kaundo mangeka tondo anani no ambekare vando nangena propose hii kipengee ya katiba haifai kuwa hivi. You see, that is an individual, but I'm at the bottom and starting a conversation, and then it goes all the way up as it is supposed to go.
Okay. In your responsibility as a senator, the biggest challenge like in the past 4 years ago, lack of employment. And people went to school and to give help and makidoma. Marikia kudoma, we have now an issue called underemployment. When a degree no rari vongiri dato girigiri. So ni challenge ayuthi marakora face a lot uku kwa ground. Tondu kwe wa mundura ramuka kudiva and no what is coming in the pocket and the papers, there are two different things. Yes. So what is your game plan?
Yuzi ni kwa mwendi the pocket muno. Nye nina degree na reviru ingirisi inyora oratara. But at least with this 4,000 ninonaga I'll gain a CV. And gaining kukogea CV kana kogea ondo wako andika CV ya gute ondo muvotho uguo. Kogo ni na reviru ingirinya for like 6 months. And after 6 months it was moved from 4K to 8K. Then from 8K, that's a story for another day, to 12K. By the time I was getting to 12K, na imwekaruka mbonire I think a year and 4 months. And from my 12K, I was taken to 64,000, and I've just been growing from there on. Koko kira ningeenda kwera ayuthi muno muno na mgiraga wa na aciari. You realize as a youth, musiari ucio wako supportire uthome. No musiari ucio ungi go support, ukirutaga kawira kara kuvangiri icio inyoke no kaga gwake. So you are gaining work experience, but at least ulipi rent, ulipi maji, ulipi stima. In fact, musiari ogosangiri mweva ingiri nyoke na muviriraga shopping kanini, musiari ni weganira. Because the parent knows mwana uyu ni responsibility yakwa. Na nika wethagira fei wana wegana uguo wegana mami waku no akuria we mwekeru vurana na nuguo nirona kwina mbevo. Because they still have that burden. Koguo ni ona ningira youth ntotiga go expect misara minene muno. And that is the other issue also with youth and leadership. Mo youth yarenda me university athiete gutwika president kana governor. It is really not possible. Tondo nwanginya mundu akorwe aina exposure ya leadership. Don't come to tell us why prefect sukuru nikio arenda gutwika MP. It cannot work. You need some exposure to area yora saririo tongorio cio. You need to see how leadership works. Like I'm very impressed na mwanake umwe mwamandikire message Facebook. Akimbira kiongozi, nataka tu kuwa natembea na wewe nione vile siasa inafanyangwa. And that is a young man from Mbere South. Nimeshika ndishaga naka kora kuonde nguthie. Tondoke amberire tu arenda kuona ria siasa ivoragwa. You see that is somebody who is mentorable. But of course you give him an allowance tondori mwathi nake dine fair, dine lunch. He needs that. He just needs to keep himself going while he's doing all these things. Kugora nenda kwera muyuthi. Nito tige kurorie guru muno. To get to the top is like a ladder. Wanginya wambere step 1 wampatete. And there are challenges. Tondo climbing a ladder is not like going downhill. It's a struggle and you have to keep yourself going. Sometimes when a ladder yone ikinya kwa ni mundu wingi kagwa ukambiriria square zero. And that is the spirit that rona ekiaga na youth nowadays. But I want to say, I am aware that right now in Kenya, 5.4 million youth are unemployed with those degrees. So where are these youth going to start? Kana makambiriria ko angoro thirikari yetu vete cia county itira korwa imacho go create employment opportunities. Angoro tutira thondekwa kuria youth mangiandikwa, then they will remain unemployed. Tari uguo gutie mo youth utenda kuruta wira county. Gutie mo youth utenda kuvewa contract ni county. But how many contracts, how many employment opportunities does the county have? Na ingiosa youth yega na kweva ndego kinya esure. But riu angoro ta tongonya ni turaroria gukwembu guke industry ya makandamia, a serious industry. Those are employment opportunities. Angoro turaroria nita processing ya kaoa na manjani ekathonde kora kwagirire. Uremi has become lucrative. It will be attractive to the youth na makathi kuruta wira wa uremi. Ninge wana mwene mugunda agakorwa aina opportunities nyinge muno. Ona no wethire mwene mugunda tocio na akambiriria kivanda giake akinosa muyuthi na akiatonya varia akinathie akuritio voti wake, you know, the skill ekarangite ona akinareta ka industry gake kanini ile tureta cottage industry na ekinakura guku embu tuturite twaritie uvoro wa uki ni monaga youth makihok okay gukwembu ngarigwa where we are going as a government. And these are some of the issues that I'm very passionate about. Yet okay weto is one of the best. It is being exported. No riu aramara export ni arariu ma establish a business, but itiraga expanded. Rose go expandwa niguo muyuthi yo avote kwaga absorbed. Undu wengi companies yetu ni iraiga andu wirari for a very long time. For me, I believe mundu akiuga ni gukinya miaka 50 agiro gukorwa ambiriretie wira wake wira toria araruta. I don't have to wait to retire. Koguo ni wana ningiuga retirement age ikiro 50 na thirikari irete can you make retirement attractive? Kana withire riu kwina vandu andu makinyaga magakorwa my very active between the age of 30 and 50. Those people are very active. 50 is an extension of 45. It should actually be 45, but up to 50. At that time, mondo I at their prime, give somebody an incentive. Omwirere we turenda kukuva unpaid kana partially paid leave ya 3 years. Thiwone kana gwe kaundu ngiambiriria na kuunja kaundu kangireta employment. You know, you just involve these people in being creators of employment. Dan twekare vau tonde tweterere Frida andikirwe wirayo wa miaka 22 weno kinyirie miaka na andikirwe ni wa 22 ni mukinyu 50 batero korwa ni muritau Fei aumire cukuru nine wa wirari Fei eterere ni retire 60 oke ose wira wakwa na te Fei wenga weterere kwina andu engita ngiri no meterere gwosa wira ucio wakwa. So we have to be very active creators of job opportunities, and as a senator these are the opportunities I want to see ikithondekwa guku Embu County. Kwa using my networks na relationships yakwa na thirikari tukavota kuthondeka avenues for employment in our county with the possible industries that we have. Thiava kanyuambora wethere magembe moragira ku tuthiete December magembe moragira ku matieganaga. Somebody started a very good business ya kuthondeka mango juice ku, but still it is not sufficient enough to create adequate employment opportunities. Now of course corruption iishe.
In your role of legislation,
yes.
And that is what you will be doing to us, Mbunge.
Yes.
Which is that one proposal you will take? Dr. Frida. The first thing I'm going to take to Parliament is this. What is that?
The first one is increase in affirmative funds. Na tukiwa ga increase tuge also increased vigilance na monitoring ya funds icio no nginya tukitetagira nkafu yongererwe na women fund na youth fund no nginya ithinga twicioneke iraruta wira o. Yes,
that is the first thing.
That's the first thing.
Okay, in your role of oversight,
yes,
when a project nyingi muno they are just dead in the county and tutaya di kurasa ni stadium tondo it touches the youth.
Yes,
what will you going to do about oversighting projects? They are not starting tondo budget ye kwani nembia nyingi muno ivesa na gokona and remambiriria mena mwaki muno ni mambiriria gwika una ni mambiriria gwika una, and then after 3 to 4 months nothing is happening. So what are you going to do in your role of oversight?
Tigangwere, what happens here? Ukithi gwika undu wa oversight, what is the first thing? What is the first thing that should be right? Ukithi gwika oversight, no nginya ukorwe wise nindu ikivangirite gwika. Angoroni bikarite Senate ugutu wanandira menya county maravanga ndui wanandira menya maravanga gwitia mbesa ciegana. What will I oversight if I don't know that stadium is being built? Number 2, what is my relationship with the county government? Tondo riu angoro muturaga ngusanio kana angoro your interest itiranyitana, you can never go to that county to tell them I've come to do oversight. But if your relationship is right, wanamakuona vandu makamenyaga kiria ukite gwika. And oversight is not is not a problem finding exercise. Is not a fault finding exercise. Is not a witch hunt. It should be very smooth. Tondoriwe plan ni ciaretirwe Senate ni mwavesanire mbesa. Mbesa icio ciaitumike over 2 years. So in that 2 years you actually know as a senator you have a stadium to monitor, you have a hospital ward to monitor, you have 1, 2, 3 to monitor. As long as you've done that right and your relationship ground is sawanginya na MCAs, then there is no problem. Na ngora weke ndonireka thaino ni kugeria ku establish links na MCA. Na MCA arandoria amenyenera musaria twambirie kuthondeka county no gwitene. Tutikambirie kungaira vetigarite mieri 3 niregwa MCA anga faith ni MCA wako ndoka vuto kamenyana tukavanga uria
create bond between you and the MCA.
Yes.
We have not seen in Embu County for quite some time that connection, yeah, MCAs, the senators and the governor.
Yes.
You people speak the same language.
Yes.
Not on those, the MCAs should report to you and then you report to the governor. As a link between these two people, how are you going to bring this unity?
Senator nda reporta ka governor.
As in, you work hand in hand with the MCAs as a senator.
Yes.
So how are we going to see this connection? Because it hasn't been there. To impeachment.
No nginya koro deliberate. Mwese tweyarata fei tukene kama tutakuonana nwanginya umwe wetu esirie gucaria uria wingi. Na edependaga twira kwa mundu ro saragia uria wingi wana kumwira I'm sorry, actually that is the stronger party. Koguo no nginya umwe wetu akorwe aina at that level au getiga njari oyo wingi no cio ni wira wa senator tondu menye MCA ai county aina wira wake. Koguo no nginya senator atuike triggered ni mivango ria ara receive kuma KMCA otherwise angoroni ni ko receive na kuri wale unende wegeke okay pitisha as it is ikathie kule ikarengwa tondo mbesa cia thirikari national wanginya lazima zigawe so that everybody gets something. If there is no that relationship, in fact senator agero nginya kumenya kavere mareciria atia tukambiriria kureterwa plans kana gucionera kuria senate emotion atiraririrwa Embu County renda 1 billion. The senator should already have had a clue what is coming so that wanake age prepare a mind to defend budget ya county yake. When it comes to the senator and the governor is basically the implementer. Mbesa itigenda KMC igenda ki governor na ile iko the county assembly ikathie county assembly but nyenge cia development igenda ki governor. Kwa riu am I that senator or governor igwe ni mbukite the governor really doesn't want to see me sababu nilimvuruga. I did not establish that relationship with him or her before. If that is the scenario, the work of oversight becomes a problem. As a senator, when you find fault, when you find good, say this is good. When you see something in a chelewa, tell them in a chelewa. Yeah. And then work will be nice and smooth. Yes.
Now, totally over radicalization. Ayuthi gukora makirikrutwa in criminal behavior. Na totally over criminal, totally over criminal only totally over drug trafficking na maundu mengi mawiki nai. Do you think it's a question of lack of employment or there is more?
There is more. There is more tondo. There's some aspects in the world, and Kenya is not any different. Withagira nwanginya gukorwe kwena ka group karavuthirwa ni aria mai iguru kushinda wale wengine. If you look at the youth, for example, okenda kindu kiugirirwe na gitwike ni kiaga issue vuthira youth tondu ndungioka kuruta fee voro uthioka mwere go and make noise out there in the street. So there is a tendency to try and gutuma youth matore maya kanyiririe kana matore mai that group at another level ira ninge karava ngameta group ure ngamera come let us go to the streets, and because they have nothing to do makaumira. So sometimes bugaga it's a creation of people in power, it's a creation of systems, and also it's a mindset of the youth. But until that time when the youth decide idle or not, or if we have something or not, unemployed or not, I have no time to go engage kibaundo negative, ugo ni wogo gekara. Tondori wana mo youth yoyo, nikeo okotwetua tiga nyume nyomba, ndiye ngarute wero na kuunja. But mbuge sometimes this behavior is necessary. Tondo tariria anaketo agogo kyanjo komariria mauragirwe. It was necessary to make that noise. Otherwise tutingiagire impact iria twagire. Koguo ngauga for me unemployment is an issue. Being politically misused is also an issue. Okethira tutirenda maandiko niguo makoragwe tumai at our disposal the way we want. But I want to call upon the youth na nimere the decision lies in you. Mwembo augaga niwe na kimburuti anjara. Niwe uko decide kana no gukovivinya gikwe kana no gukirekereria kithie kimuoyo.
Your manifesto as a senator, an incoming senator, and why Embu meterere ndo ikumana nawe?
Manifesto yakwa thaino ndirenda kumianika muno tondu maundu ma siasa ni mengi muno, but ndirenda kuga manifesto yakwa ni na 6 pillars ya ugima wa mwiri, ya agriculture kana urimi, ya kithomo, ya atumia, ayuthi, andu aria maturaga na mawathe na andu aria akuru. Na ngacoka ngauga mau ni mo meririria makwa ta mutongoria wa Embu. No mangikorwo maina issues cinge mangigwe ni no mende ni manyitirire no amambire.
Your word to women aria marageria gwiyukiriria makinye ta vau ri aria marakwirorera makauga I would want to be like Dr. Frida Karani. She motivates me.
Yes.
What would you tell?
Ninge mera atiriri you must start somewhere, start anyhow and start anywhere. No nginya ukorwe what take the first step niguo vote gukinya bara na kinyire. Rira nambagiriria wira wa siasa ndiera mundu. I just decided one day after na convince pio wira niguo nirenda na nathie micemanio igano na negua wira no ni urute undu wa mbere ra nekire na thiire kanithari fulani na ngiuga nenda gutwika senator na mundu uri ngenda kurutithania wira nanie niye umirie. In that particular church itself, I got about 6 people aria maugire ukatukonye vandu kuthi kwariria andu ukatukonye vandu kuthi kwariria andu mundu anyitite tawa na migaga rungu rwa metha ukawigire tawa yaku iguru yoneke. And so ngiambiriria kuthie functions icio na networks yakwa ikiambiriria gukura, ngiambiriria ku meet other politicians who are willing to hold my hand, ngiambiriria ku meet andu acio nirakwira akari muno siasa ari kuri ugo mashinani makiambia kumbira ria kugendaga ngiambia kumenya nginya uria andu mendaga ni mendaga rira maina thina mukathi mugekara nao mugatethania rira marakena mukathi mugakena nao, and that way I built my network and built my confidence. Kungi ukathi ukaregwa, kungi ukathi ukarumwa nginya mitandao ri ukerwa guko ni gute, but you still keep strong. But we kaundu kamwe nerirwe karia kambikagira vinya nginya umuthi, whether people mararia wega waku kana usoku waku, rito ryaku riramenyeka, you're good to go. So what I want to tell the women, maundu tumairi eumerie tu na warie na undu wa kairi sarie mutongoria ungi kunyitirira. Na I offer myself, mundu wothe oregwa akenda kwambiriria gisiasa na ndaramenya ni ambiriria ku, let them just look for me and we will walk the journey with them. Na nina ko example ya mwanake wa Mbere South urekire kogo. For me, I am actually ready to work with leaders. Na agenda ingiria na thie mbunge ngeka, I want to start a program I call the IPAMP. IPAMP means Interparliamentary Mentorship Union Program. Ya simply kutembea na wale watu ambao wanataka kushikiliwa kisiasa na wakati wale wanataka kukua viongozi, niguo maundu maria nana vitukira ngisaria wiroyo wa mbunge mundu ndingenda kuona mundu aika mavete maria nekire kana mundu akiremwa kumenya varia ambiririe. Yet for me, I started from somewhere. But I also want to say, before this nina supportaga andu wengi ya siasa. Koguo rimwe wana ni ukwenda wekane na andu wa siasa wone varia mundu arakuveteria. Sometimes you need to feel offended for you to take this step. Koguo tani riu ni kwa na miaka ino mivituku 10 nimesupport wana siasa wawili and I'm not happy with the way they are behaving. Koguo ngemenya again, instead of gotora mboro taga the gap, you can also come out and stand in the gap. Koguo nwanginyo menye ugiose kinya riu ria mbere, what is it you're standing for na wathi gwika atia.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Frida Karanina. Akorora kwa korokirorera tabarira ino ya Gisinga ukoro kimenya ati there is an incoming senator koguo Embu County uretwa Dr. Frida Karani, women in leadership. Koguo mukoro mukenyitanira.
I'm the only woman.
The only woman.
Senator, we about I think we are about 20 now, and I'm still the only woman. Yes, just need to know what you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Koguo akora wina interest in supporting a woman in politics, then this is the woman.
Okay.
Kwikara mutambori ningetwa Faye Imani na ngacokia ngatho ndo okora munyitanite na tuthiini wa tabarira ino ya Gisinga. Until next time tukumane muthenya wa Jumamosi ciarikia kwivanda wega thaa 1:30 cia kivwai tugaga Uvoro TV guku ni gwetu.